Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and thank you so much for joining me for today's anti-haul. Now, if you are new to the channel, each month I do an anti-haul video where rather than showing you things that I have purchased, I'm showing you the things that I am getting rid of that month. Now this time, the bin is very full. Ugh. Lots of stuff here. This is actually about 2 months worth because Jake and I were gone for a long time and did not film like a separate one for June, and we were gone the whole month of July. But now that we're back and kind of getting back in the swing of things, especially after travel, I feel like certain objects in my life I just realized, why am I still holding on to this? I don't need this, it doesn't bring me the value it should, all of that. So we're gonna get into that. And real quick before we get started, I wanted to answer a viewer question. There was an email that came in from Monique, and Monique was curious if with traveling like a minimalist, like in a backpack like Jake and I did, and you're wearing the same outfits over and over again, do you get sick of the outfits? And in general, I did not get sick of them. I am still kind of in a rotation where I'm wearing them a lot. There's this one pair of khaki shorts that I think I've worn every day that we're like going out and about since we've come back, and I'm still wearing the same shirt. So in general, a lot of it I am wearing. However, there were actually a couple pieces that I decided after the trip I no longer wanted. So we'll start with those. First up, this is a jacket I actually got when I was 16 and was working at the Park District pool where I grew up. And I worked there for 3 summers. This was just kind of thing. It was $25, you bought the jacket. It's sort of like a rain jacket, although it's not like perfectly impermeable to rain. I still, when there were a couple days where it downpoured, it got a little damp, but it worked pretty well. The downside about this is that it says my name on it, which is great while you're working there, but then after a while, it's kind of tiring to have your name on your jacket. I even made a joke with one of our tour guides in Australia because, you know, for ID, she's like, oh, I don't need to see your papers. I trust that who you are. And I was like, and my jacket even says my name. But anyway, it's tough because I don't know, since it has my name on it, how useful it will be to someone else, but it is a pretty high quality jacket. I'm just ready to move on from it. So I'm gonna donate this. Another piece that I am getting rid of is this shirt. It is like a dry fit kind of athletic shirt. I bought this prior to our first Europe trip back in 2015 and then had it now. I don't know, I can't really explain it, but I don't want to wear it anymore. I didn't wear it a ton on the trip, but I'm trying to do away with some of the polyester type fabrics just because of the microplastic or microfiber issue in terms of, you know, little pieces of polyester or synthetic clothing breaking off during like it's getting washed and then seeping into waterways. It's not an ideal issue, so I don't think I'm going to hold on to it anymore. In the kitchen census video that went out in June, I'll link it below if you're interested, where I was counting up the number of things we had in our kitchen just to kind of evaluate, see where we were compared to last year. I found this pan, like a cake pan, that we really didn't use, and it was not an ideal size for us, so we're donating it. Also related to the trip, this is a money belt. So interestingly enough, this was the only item that we packed, or that I packed, that really got no use at all. I think earlier on, when I first started traveling internationally, I was, you know, more afraid, I guess, of like pickpockets and that sort of thing. And I'm not trying to say that those issues don't exist, but I think that I feel comfortable enough when I travel these days that I don't need something like this. I'm very secure with my bag at all times, and I think as long as you're very aware of it and kind of defensive of it, you're less likely to be a target, and this is not necessarily an issue. Granted, we haven't gone anywhere very unsafe, but personally, I don't envision us using this, and since Jake and I just came back from this big international trip, we were kind of saying that this is our last big international trip because we're planning to have kids soon, so this would probably be something that I wouldn't use at least for like 20 years. So I don't want to hold on to it that long and not even need it in the future then. So we're gonna get rid of this. For similar reasons as just described, I've got 5 travel adapters here. These have been the different things you plug in your device to when you're in the other countries, and they worked out great for us. They're typically not too expensive, but we don't plan on traveling internationally and needing any of these anytime soon. And like I said, they're all pretty affordable, so someone else can get a lot more use out of these than we can at this point. Jake is getting rid of 2 pairs of his khaki shorts. He did find some shorts that fit better, and I think he had these since high school. So he's definitely, we got upgraded with some new ones. This is an old tank. Normally this would be one of the items that I wear a lot during the summer, but I've got 2 other outfits I rotate in while I'm just here at home when it's hot outside, and I don't need this anymore. I have a different tank and a little dress thing. Extra hangers. Recently, my mom went to a garage sale and found like a new little wallet ID holder. So I'm getting rid of my old one. It is a little bit beat up, but it served me well for a long time. It was probably time to upgrade. We are getting rid of this whisk. A lot of times in recipes they say to whisk, and I use a fork, and it works great. So I did not need the whisk here. Plus, I don't know, is it just me or does it feel kind of annoying to have to clean this? Especially compared to a fork. So I'm getting rid of this. In late spring, I actually went to a bridal shower, and the bridal shower goodie bags were kind of like some different body care products, and a couple of things were useful. Like, so there were some bars of soap that we will be using, but then other things really were not as much. And I'm not really into all the fancy body care products. I'm pretty basic with all of that, but a great thing to do if you've got unopened body care products, those can be really great things to donate, especially to places like a women's shelter, and those are really cool things. So I've just got a couple little products here, as well as a couple other things that I'll be able to donate to a place like that, where they'll definitely be appreciated, and you know, I want other people to feel pampered, especially, you know, if it's not really a luxury as often. So that's something that you can do if you've got any extra like body care type products. Well, I must admit there was a bit of a false alarm. I thought this bin was overflowing, but I actually had forgotten underneath the stuff I put like this extra bag of bags, so it wasn't actually as dramatic of an anti-haul as I expected. But anyway, I hope you found that helpful. Like I said before, I share these each month, so if this is something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe to the channel up here, or you can check out some of our past videos over here. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.